Hello everyone, my name is Rahul Kumar Sharma. Today again I am with you with a very brand new video called Python module and packaging. When we have our own code and we want to share this code to others, how we can share? We can give a file and others can put that file in the library and can use any function written by us. And we can also download the code from internet, which might be open source code, and put in the application as a library, and how we can use the code written by other developers. So that's why this is the community building. When we have a community, we can share the information which we know and we can take the advantage of others code in our application. Also in our application there might be multiple files which is usually called modules. When we share the information of one module to other module, there is the features in Python which is called Python module and packaging. How we can share the information one module to other module within the application. So all these kind of things I'm going to discuss with you in this video. So without further ado, let me share my screen and I will show you how we can take the advantage of Python module and package. So I'm going to explain Python modules and packages. Built-in module which is the developed by Python, and we can use those modules in our application. So for example, some functions which are commonly used in the application, Python already built those methods and provided us as a library, and we can call the methods directly in our program. For example, some multiplication, division, all these are the common functions with Python already built and given us as a module, and we can call those functions and utilize the pre-built functions in our application. And another example, some complex functions are also there, like some mathematical functions, pi value, square, and so many complex functions are there in mathematics that also we can use in our application and can take the advantage. So second is the creating and importing modules. How we can create our own module and how we can import it into the other module. Python packages, when we have multiple modules, how we can create the Python package so that we can take the advantage of multiple modules somewhere in the application. So that is called the packaging. Packaging means multiple packet of the multiple modules. Last init function, init.py, this is used in building the package. So let's move to the fifth point, which is third party library using pip. So pip is a command in Python, and this command is basically used to fetch the library written by others. So pip basically, this is kind of like a, I would say, is a framework where we can use the pip command to get the directly libraries in our application. I will show you, I will demonstrate how we can use the pip command. So first, built-in modules. So basically, like math function, if you are already familiar with Python, you must use the math function. Math function, OS, sys, date, time, random. These are the functions which we normally use in any Python programming. So once we call, let's suppose I'm talking about the random. This random function generate the random number. So let's suppose I want to generate some random numbers. How I will generate? I need to write some code. No. Python already provided to a random function which can give you some random numbers. Date time, let's suppose today's date. I want to get today's date. I want to play with the date, changing the format, adding time, removing time, all these things. I can use date time function, which is already built by the Python. So there are so many functions. These are not only the 5 functions, but so many functions which we can directly call. Those functions are written by Python itself. Importing module. So as these functions, how we can use in our program. I'll show you a very simple example. For example, I have a value and I want to root square that value. How I can do it? So to root square, there are mathematical calculations. For example, for 4, what is the root square? And root square for the 4 will be 2. So how I can do it? I have to write some code. No, I have a math function. That math function have a squared, sqrt function, that sqrt function will give you root square of the given input value. Math.py function, this will give you the value of pi. So you don't need to calculate like 22 divided by 7 and all. You can just use math.py, but you need to remember these functions so that easily at the time of writing the code you will remember, oh, what is the function to calculate this particular thing. So let me run this program. Here I'm importing math. So this importing math, let me zoom in. Import math function, I'm importing the math library, and this library math, once it will import, so I can use the function written into the math library as a sqrt, and I can provide the input, and let's see the output. Square root of 16 is 4. Pi constant, this is the value of pi. Okay, so this is pi constant, square root of 16. Square root of 16 is 4. The output is from this function and this function. Now let's move to the creating and importing the module. So this example I gave you, this is already written into the Python. So now if we want to create our own module, how we can create it? So basically module is simply a Python file. As I mentioned initially, it's a just simple Python file that is called module, and we always say Python file with .py extension that contains functions, classes or variables. Those functions, classes we can directly import into the other program. You can create your own module and import it into another script or program. Steps to create and use a module. Create a Python file with some functions. Example, this is the file name, and we can import that particular module into another program. This is just syntax, remember, this is nothing special. It's the same just function I'm declaring. I'm just writing the function into the my module.py file, import and use the module. How I can use it in another file, in another module. This is the syntax of this one. I will show you this demonstration in the Visual Studio Code because I'm showing it in the Jupyter, and it's difficult to play with multiple files in the Jupyter. But mainly when we work in multiple files, that time we usually use Visual Studio Code. Okay, Python packages. This is the Python packages. So first let me open the Visual Studio Code and I will show you how it works. So first of all, let me show you, open a folder first of all, so that I will show you Python module and packaging both together. So this is, let's suppose if I am here, one second, open folder, or else, one second, let me open file directly here and I'll put this file into the folder. So this is the, let's suppose greet1 is a method which I'm going to create. Control S, I will save it. Package folder I already have, by the way, and this package folder can also be used, but let me remove everything. I'll create from scratch. Delete, 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 and delete this folder also. Now I'm going to create a file. This file, init.py, this file will be required, but first I will create a greet1.py file. Okay, greet1.file file. Here I will define a function called my name. In this function I will pass a value called name, and this value I am going to return here, return name, return something hello, comma, here plus name. Okay, this is a very simple function. Control C, and I'm going to create a this one, another file here. Let me create another file, or else do one thing, delete this one, no, close. I will create one more file, new file of type Python, and I'll create another. This is the my name function 2, and here I'm using hello2 just to understand, and I will save this file in the same place with greet2. Save this file. Now guys, I'm going to do one more thing in this file. I have to create one more file which is called init. By the way, I'll come to the init point later, but let me create one more file to call the module. New file, and this will be my program file of type control S. Program file I'm creating here. In the program file, I will call the module. Both the module greet1 and greet2 have method. This greet1 method has hello name. This greet2 function hello2 name. How I'm going to call it? Import greet1 print greet1 dot my name. This is function name, and I have to pass something here. For example, I'm passing here Rahul. Okay, let me run the program. Run without debug. Python debug. Python is running, and this is run hello Rahul, because the Rahul function I'm directly calling, and the module one, this one is returning the output. Let's suppose hello one, I'm making it hello one, and now I will run this program, run without debugging, and you will see hello one Rahul. Now I want to call greet2 also. Greet2, why the greet2 is not coming? Define name, there should be greet2. Okay, if I want to use greet2 has my name my name 2 function. I want to call this function here, print greet2 dot function name, and I also want to pass Rahul Sharma. Let me run this program. Run without this. Perfect. So this is first function and this is second function. Hello to Rahul Sharma. So basically what I have done, just try to understand, I have created two modules, greet1 and greet2, and I am calling the function of greet1 and greet2 into the program file. How I can create now, let me move to the Jupyter notebook again. So basically this is the same concept which I tried to explain you, but I have given you the example into the Visual Studio Code. Now let's move to the Python package. Python package is a collection. Just try to understand this theoretical part. Python is a package is a collection of modules organized in directories with an option with an optional init.py file. Package allow hierarchical organization of module. Example structure. So basically, if I create a folder like that, if I put multiple modules here, so that is called package. And the package, how we can my package, import and module 1. Now we can see in the package there will be multiple modules. So what is the need of package? First try to understand. Let's suppose in my program I have hundreds of modules. In hundreds of modules there might be grouping in the modules. So that grouping will be based on types of the modules. For example, I have a type of module which is related to the mathematical formulas. Another type might be related to the some physics related things. Third will be might be chemistry related things. So those kind of things will go into the different packages based on the similar type, so that the user will be easily understand this particular method can be in which package. So he will go to that particular package. If he want to take something related to the mathematics, he will go to the mathematics package and will directly use that particular module. So that is the advantage of packaging. Now, how we can create the package? Let me show you one example. First, let's directly create to make this thing easy. I'll create a folder here, packages. Okay. In this package, I will put some files, file, open folder, and I will wait, call this particular location. And package, I will open this folder. And what is my plan now? This package folder will have some files. Now let me create some files, new file, Python. I'll create the same file to make it easy into the package folder, which is greet1.py. Again, I will define function sum math sum value. This is a function. For example, I'm defining this function here, sorry, this one, and this will take two parameter, meter a comma b. Now what I'm going to do, return a plus b, that's it. And in another function I will create, this is greet1, and I'm going to create one more file, new file, Python, and I will put the, instead of sum, let me put subtract. And what I'm going to do, a minus b here. Okay, so this will be greet2 file. So now I have two files into the package, this one. But let me do one more thing. To package cannot be complete without init function. So that's why I also have to create a file called Python file init file underscore init.py. Okay, now let's do one thing. This is the complete package. Now how we can add multiple files here, there is not an issue at all. So init function I have created. So basically what is required to the package, init function, greet two other modules, or maybe one module or multiple modules. So but init function is mandatory in the package. So now let me show you how it will work. Package, okay, let me create the package now. Actually packages I have created here, and in the package let me move all the files inside the package, greet1, greet2. But yes, one more file I have to create where I will call this package, new Python file, and let me keep this name control as program.file I'll create. But this file, see, my packages are inside this package folder, but I'll create this file outside the package folder so that we can easily understand how to call the package. Program.py, save. In this file I will call the modules. So let me do one thing, import packages, yes, import packages, no, sorry, from package, because I'm going to import modules from package. Import what? The module name, and module I have here two modules, greet1 and greet2. I'm calling here greet1 module, and how I can use this module in the program now. So let me print the let me call the function of the greet1 dot sum value. So sum value function is there, which is one is 2 comma 3. Let me show you these two functions. Sum uh, sum of two values. Control S and let me run the program. Let me see the output. 5. So 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So guys, what I have done in between, these are the two modules, greet1 and greet2. So let me show you. Greet1 module has a function called sum value, which is a comma b, and it is returning sum of the value. And greet2 function, this one has a comma b, which is a minus b. So this function will subtract subtract b from the a. Init function is empty function. So basically this function is empty. Greet1 and greet2, I have two modules and I'm calling these modules outside. So this is our package, this one, and I'm calling this package in the program file. In the program file, this is the one. If I want to call greet2 function also, greet2, how I can call it? Print greet2 dot subtract, and in this subtract I will pass 5 comma 2. So 5 comma 2, 5 minus 2 is equal to, output will be 3. Let me run the program. Perfect. So first sum of 2 comma 3 is equal to 5 and subtract 5 minus 2 is equal to 3, which is the output here. So guys, this was the package, but I have showed you just basic, but for your practice you can create big files where you will have multiple methods in the file and you can call those files in program anywhere using this technique. Let's move to our Jupyter notebook now. This is our Jupyter notebook. Okay. In Jupyter notebook, third-party libraries using pip, which I have already explained you. For example, this NumPy, Pandas, Matplot, these are very important libraries in data science. I will explain you each of the library in upcoming videos. So these libraries, how we can import into our function using very simple pip, import and file name. So once we will write a command using pip, so our library, whichever we will pass as a name, will install in our machine. Like pip install command, this is the command. Like for example, I want to install, let me show you very quickly. By the way, this is not required at all in this video, but still I want to show you how pip install, and for example NumPy I want to install. NumPy, how it will work? This is installing. By the way, NumPy is already installed in my machine, that's why requirement already satisfied. If this is not installed in my machine, this command will automatically install. Let's move to the next part, which is very important part, called installing library. And after that, see this one get function, and what I'm doing here, this get function is calling a URL, and why I'm showing here, let's suppose install and use the request library. So this is the request library which I have already installed in my machine. After installing request library, I can call any URL. So this is very important library in case of web scraping. You know the web scraping, what in the web scraping we do. For example, I have a online website, online e-commerce website, and I have many products. Yeah, of course, other online portal also might have the same product, but I want to compare the price. What do you think? I will go to the websites again and again and check the price? No. I will run my script. I will do the web scraping. Every day I'll take the price, what others have the price. I'll compare my price with them. I will do the analysis, and accordingly I will change the price of my products. So these kind of so many things are there which we can use using the Python libraries and Python programming. So for now, I think that's fine. Let me run this program finally, import request, how it will work. I have run this one, response code is 200. Okay, so because I'm just printing the response code, which is status code, this means this API is perfectly reachable from the application. So if I remove the status code, I will show you the, this one is giving the full everything. But if I change it to the text, let's suppose I want to show you the text. So what it will do, the text, the output of the API will come here. Perfect. So these are the, I think this particular URL has some links. I can show you the output of this API. All the links are there, some links. So our system is also fetching only the links. So that's it for now. Do practice as more as you can do, and please don't forget to subscribe and share my video to others so that others can also take the advantage. Thank you so much.